Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are back on Black Ops Cold War. I think today we'll switch it up and hop into Face-Off 6v6. I haven't played this in a hot minute, so yeah. As you guys saw from the title of the video, yes, this is my first time stepping into controversial territory, I guess you could say. In my personal, humble opinion, I believe that Cold War is one of the best multiplayers. Now, hold on. I know everybody's going crazy right now. Everybody's jumping out their seats going like, what the hell are you talking about? Because when it comes to like favorite COD games and stuff, people take that thing very personally. Some people are like, everything new is better. And some people are like, it's MW2 or it's nothing. And for me, I fall in the middle. I like the old stuff and I like the new stuff. In fact, I'm going to take it a step further. Black Ops 2 is my favorite multiplayer of all time. Or my favorite COD of all time, probably. And right behind it would be Black Ops 3, and then right behind that would be Cold War. Cold War is probably my third favorite COD as an overall package. Between multiplayer, zombies, just everything. This is probably my third favorite COD behind BO2 and BO3 because, let's be honest, those two are goated. But honestly in this game, man, like, obviously zombies doesn't feel anything like classic zombies at all, but when it comes to the multiplayer, it really does feel like a classic COD in my opinion because, like, you got the slower but still snappy TTK, very similar to something like Black Ops 2, the gunplay and the way the engine feels and the way everything moves, you know what I mean? It's not ultra realistic, it still has that cartoony look and feel to everything, like, see what I mean? Like, the graphics are good and it looks somewhat realistic, but it still has like a cartoonish charm to it, you know what I mean? And the way everything just looks with the animations and the way everything flows and when you're calling in your shrieks and going on your big whatevers, you know what I mean? Like, it really brings back that feeling I had playing something like Black Ops 2 back in the day. Oh no, this class is missing something. I always like to have a class that has one DM Ultra gun and then one Dark Ether gun, but this class just has both DM Ultra, which honestly, between the two, even though DM Ultra was a lot harder to get, I still prefer Dark Ether, even though it was even though it took way less work to get it, which in sense should make me appreciate it a bit less than DM Ultra, since DM Ultra took so much time and energy to get. I don't know, it's just, it's okay. Like, in certain lighting, it looks okay, and when it's, like, certain colors that it flashes, it looks okay, but DM Ultra or Dark Ether overall just always looks better, in my opinion. Let's keep throwing out these hot takes while I'm going at it. I know a lot of hardcore fans really don't like Vanguard or MW multiplayer. Well, guess what? I love both of those, specifically MW 2019. I spent so much time on that game. Unfortunately, I never got Damascus. Since I got my Xbox working again, I've been back on there grinding a bit, trying to get it now. I still gotta finish launchers, the Car 98K, and then the pistols. But I really like that game, especially considering the fact that, like, half the maps of the game are remakes from older MW maps. That probably has something large to do with it, because at first, when the game first came out, I really wasn't feeling it, and it largely did come down to the way that the maps were designed. They were really just catered towards campers, and I just really didn't like the way that everything played, and the perk system just, it really wasn't it for me. Well, I shouldn't say perk system, just the way that certain perks worked, but after they started adding all the remakes and stuff, like, I feel like it started to feel like a more classic game, more classic COD, and I really like it nowadays. I was so freaking frustrated this morning. You know, every morning I like to set a little window for myself, where I give myself at least, like, 2 hours to just sit down and play games before I even start doing anything, before I start worrying about editing or, you know, making videos or anything else. I just sit down and I play some games. So I started out on Black Ops 3. And I tried to do the Origins Easter egg, and I died on round 8 after literally on round 8, I was doing so good. I had the Ice Staff half upgraded already, I had the Fire Staff build, I had basically all the pieces for the Wind Staff, the Lightning Staff was making progress, I had my Thunder Fist and everything. Like, I was doing really freaking good. After Thunder Fist by, like, round 8, round 9, whenever I ended up going down, like, that's pretty dang good. I had the G-Shrikes almost ready, like, it just made me really mad. Sorry, I'm still salty about it. But then, after I died there, I decided to get on Firebase Z. And that was a mistake. Because out of all the Easter eggs you can do, Firebase Z, I now realize is, like, the worst. I chose it because it's the only one I know off the top of my head how to do, like, every single thing in the map, all the Easter egg stuff and stuff like that, but oh my god, I should have just looked up a guide for, like, Maurid or Toten and just had more fun that way, because doing the Firebase Z Easter egg, man, first you gotta wait till, like, almost round 20 to even be able to build the Ray K, unless you rely on challenges, but you really don't want to do that, because that can just get draining and take away from time that you can be progressing towards the Easter egg. And then, yeah, I was doing the Easter egg, and I got chicken blocked by the Mimic step, and that just, oh, I hate that step. Out of all the COD Zombies Easter eggs I've ever done, that Mimic step is seriously the worst. I was on it for like 20 minutes at least, if not close to half an hour, and I only got one of the things done, and I just kept, Weaver just kept being like, no, that's not the right one, sorry, you gotta go get another one, and I just had enough, dude. I was like, dude, I'm done. I hit the box, and I spun. looking for a gun that I didn't have Dark Ether yet, and the one gun I got was the KSP, because that's the only SMG I don't have Dark Ether, because it gave me like a finger ache sitting there having to try to use it to get it Dark Ether. So I decided to pick it up and use it for a bit, and once I hit round 25, I just exfilled. I was like, dude, I'm not even gonna attempt this Easter egg. I sat there for like 7 rounds in a row trying to get the mimic done, and even though I know for the step you have to specifically get the mimics from the piles of 3, there's gonna be multiple, like each round a pile of equipment spawns. It's like 3 different pieces of equipment, and one of those is gonna bring up a mimic. Those are the specific mimics you need to use. I did that, and it still didn't count. So I was like, I give up. I'm not going to sit here wasting my time on an Easter egg that I know was just going to leave me feeling disappointed in the end anyway, because the boss fight isn't that good and the cutscene's just an exfil. And if I want to exfil, I'll just go call the helicopter now. I do that to myself a lot, where I sit there getting frustrated over things in games when I don't follow through with the tasks that I set up for myself. But it's like, dude, do I really want to spend even more time doing something that I know isn't really going to be that worth it in the end? Like, I'd rather just like hop off the thing now and go do something else that I'd actually enjoy more. But then in the end, I'm like, wait, what does that mean? I just wasted my time? But in another sense, I saved myself time by not finishing it, but I would have saved even more time if I would have started it in the first place. But then I gotta remember, video games are just for fun, man. Stupid stuff's gonna happen. Like, sometimes you're gonna get chicken blocked by stupid buggy Easter egg steps. Sometimes the Panzer is gonna whack you in the face on round 8 on Origins. Like, I don't know. I just beat myself over. Can't speak. Especially for somebody in my shoes right now, where I'm trying to beat as many games as possible, and the only times I play things like COD or Minecraft or whatever is just in between games as kind of like, you know, my settle down type of thing. I don't know. Because right now, at the time of me recording this, it's April 3rd at like 8 something in the morning, 8:30 in the morning. And I've beaten 2 games this month already. On April 1st, which was April Fool's Day, I beat Dishonored 2, and it felt like a pretty bad April Fool's joke, because that game sucked. Compared to the first one, that game was trash compared to the first one, I'm sorry. And then yesterday, April 2nd, I finally beat Max Payne 3, which, oh, dude, I've had that game since I was like 9. Why did I wait so long to play it? It was so good. Oh my god, I actually found a gun game. I can like never find gun games whenever I'm trying to make a video. This is awesome. Let's go, dude. Gun game is literally my favorite. Yeah, ever since I got my Xbox working again, I've just been flipping back and forth between Xbox and PlayStation. Like when I beat a game on Xbox, then I go to PlayStation, vice versa. And now I really don't know what to do. Like, I have multiple games that I want to beat on PlayStation, but right now I'm trying to like narrow it down to those like 3 that I really want to beat. And right now I'm kind of tossing between just Darksiders 2, Mass Effect 2, or right behind you, buddy. You're gonna die. Thank you. You're literally using a default skin, my guy. Yeah, either Darksiders 2, Mass Effect 2, or some other game. I honestly can't remember it off the top of my head for some reason, but yeah. Oh, it was either that or Bioshock 2, which, yeah, it's all 2s. I'm trying to think of which one I want to do next. I try to, like, switch up the game genres every time I beat a game. So, Mass Effect 2 is like an RPG third-person shooter, but I just played a third-person shooter, which was Max Payne 2. I also want to play Bioshock 2, but then I also did just beat like a FPS type of game, which was Dishonored 2 the other day. And then I want to play Darksiders 2, which is like a, whatever you want to call it, like a third-person hack and slash type of thing, which I haven't played one of those in a while. And I also have 3 more games in the Darksiders series to get through compared to Mass Effect, which I only have 2 and 3, and then for Bioshock I only have 2 and 3. So I'm thinking I might go with Darksiders, but I'm not entirely sure yet. Originally, I was going to make a different video today, but then I was like, dude, screw it. I just feel like turning on the camera and talking. You know what I mean? Like, I love making videos like this where I just sit down and talk and just kind of chill or whatever and just have some crappy gameplay going on in the background, because usually when I try to talk and play, I don't do so hot. But I mean, right now I'm doing decent. I'm going 10 and 2. I didn't even try that. But I was thinking about bringing back, like, maybe the Omega videos I used to do. You guys used to really love those, and I used to have tons of fun making them and editing them. I mean, there was a lot of, we won't say what it is, but if you've been on Omega, you know what it is. There was a lot of those things that I had to edit out, but I had a lot of fun, like, meeting people and getting to spread the channel around, and just, like, the funny experiences we had on there. They're all over the channel, like, from a long time ago, over a year ago, so, I mean, if you want to see, like, older me back when I even had, like, dyed hair and stuff from, like, 2 years ago when I had a busted ankle, you guys could go watch those videos. The easiest way to find them would be to go to my channel and then switch the view thing, like, the way the videos are ordered to most viewed, and then it would be, like, probably the second or third one. Hey, look, we gotta play the game. No way. What? Dude, that is so toxic. Just shot his corpse and teabagged him. That is, yeah. You can definitely tell I'm one of the old older school COD players, because that's only something you'd see from like 2009, my man. You know what? Let's take an adventure through my backlog real quick. Now, remember, there's games that I want to beat that I don't even have installed right now. The main three I was debating between, I already told you guys, but if we want to go through my whole backlog again, because it has updated, because I found a bunch of other games that I've been wanting to play for a while, and see, I've been utilizing PS Now, because PS Now isn't just a streaming service like everybody thinks, it's also, you can download games off of there. So, I found a lot of games I've been wanting to play for a couple of years, and I went on a download spree. As you can see, I have 103 games downloaded, so I did this in a video a little while ago, but I'll do it again, just kind of highlighting the main ones I want to beat: Amnesia, Beyond Two Souls, Bioshock 2, Brothers, Bloodborne, Black Ops 3, never beat that one yet, Darksiders 2, Detroit Become Human, Earth Defense I really want to try. I know that's like an older school game, and I'm really into old school games, and since I grew up around that time, I'm always like trying to find games that I missed that I know are really good, so I can try them out. I've wanted to play that one for a while, so I found that on PS Now. Don't judge me for this anime shit right here, man. Galgun Double Piece. I found it and I was like, dude, it's a real... I didn't even get it because there's anime girls in it. It's literally just because it's a on-rail shooter, and I haven't played one of those since the last time I went to an arcade like 3 years ago. God Eater Resurrection, sort of like Monster Eater. Grand Kingdom looked kind of cool. Heavy Rain. The Killzone Shadowfall, always wanted to play through a Killzone game. Kingdoms of Amalur, really into RPGs. Knack, Legend of K. I've heard that game's kind of crap, but hey, it's a 3D platformer and I like those, so I'll give it a shot anyway. Little Nightmares, really cool art style, so I really want to give it a shot. Lego Harry Potter, love my Lego. Mafia 3, Mass Effect 2 and 3, Metal Gear Solid 5, I've been missing out on the whole Metal Gear series, I know, finally time to try it. Mirror's Edge Catalyst, Mortal Shell, I've been debating that one considering I suck at Souls games. Prey, I don't know, I've kind of already beaten the rest of these, I think. Oh, Tabletop Racing, that one looked really freaking cool. I love those old school arcadey racing games, so I wanted to try that one. Vampire, however you say it, I want to do that one. And XCOM 2, and yeah, oh, Valkyria Chronicles as well. It's like the remastered one of the original, but yeah, there's a bunch of games I want to play through. I want to play through all of these games, but the ones I highlighted and announced the name of, those are the main ones I want to play. Yeah, I think that's going to do it for me. As always, a shout out to the Patrons, Fav Grandma, and Lil Bootytap. I hope you guys enjoyed. Remember, I upload literally every single day at 7 p.m., so hopefully I'll see you guys back tomorrow. Thank you for watching. I love you all. And, yeah, before I go, I just wanted to say, like, thank you guys for, like, watching my content. I know it's, like, the most random type of stuff on YouTube, man. Like, I literally just play games and just talk about, like, every other game under the sun except for the game that I'm playing. But you guys seem to enjoy it, and I always get really good feedback, and, you know, it's fun because I get to hear your guys' opinions on, like, tons of different obscure games and stuff, and even through that, once we get to talking, then I get to find out, like, new games from you guys that I haven't heard of, then you guys get to hear of new games from me that you guys haven't heard of, and it's really cool. I like just kind of going through and getting to expand our whole gaming things, you know what I mean? Like, that's another thing I want to do. Like, with this channel, you know, I really want to get out to as many people as possible, connect with as many people as possible, but along with that, I want to, like, connect with you guys, like, with gaming and stuff like that, because obviously it's, like, my biggest passion, and I feel like there's tons of underrated games out there, and I'm totally into, like, the whole video game preservation thing, and just, like, appreciating video games as, like, an art form, you know what I mean? Because, like, a lot of times gets put into games, and a lot of these games we never even heard of, like, these games that take, like, single people made games to, like, smaller team games that just don't get a lot of attention. So I try to just bring as much light to, like, any game that I find kind of interesting, and I, you know, want you guys to do the same thing for me, because I love just expanding our libraries of stuff, especially with quarantine. I feel like a lot of people complain about video game burnout, and personally for me, I don't believe there's a way to get burned out on video games. There's no way there's a way to get burned out on video games. If you say you are, you're lying. You just haven't looked hard enough, because there are so many different games. Like, you got your FPSs, you got your mysteries, you got your thrillers, you got your horror, you got your open world, you got your tabletop. You can literally play Uno. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's everything out there for somebody. He's got to keep looking. There's even games that are movies nowadays, like Until Dawn, you know, all the Telltale games. You know what I'm saying? So there's always something, but I'll stop rambling now. I don't know. I love video games. Love you guys. Thank you for watching. Peace.